I'm going to show you an easy way to make woolen flowers using a fork. Here's what you'll need to make them. You'll need a fork. Any size fork will do, just make sure it's got an even number of prongs. You'll also need some scraps of wool, green wool for the stalks, and any colours you fancy for the petals. You'll need some fine wire or pipe cleaners for the stems, and a pair of scissors to snip away any stray ends. Begin by choosing the wool you want to use for your petals. This piece is about 150 centimetres long. Fold it in half so that the two ends are level, and keeping the two strands together, find the loop at the opposite end. Slip the loop over the first fork prong. Then, keeping the two strands together in your hand, weave the wool in and out of the prongs. Once you reach the edge of the fork, just weave back the other way. Keep weaving in and out of the fork prongs until you've filled the fork, almost to the top. Give everything a little squish down as you weave. I usually keep weaving until I've got about 20 rows of woven strands. Try not to weave too tightly though, or it will be hard to slip the wool off the fork. If you're making multicoloured flowers, you can use shorter lengths of wool. Just hold the two ends together at the edge of the fork when you begin to weave. After a couple of rows, the two ends will be held in place, and you can carry on weaving up the fork. Once you've got a fork full of wool, you'll need to secure the petals with a piece of wire. This one's about twice the length of my finished stem, 40 centimetres or so. Feed one end through the gap between the middle of the prongs at the bottom of your weaving. Pull it through until the middle of the wire is touching the wool. Then fold the wire over the top of the fork, keeping it between the central prongs. Try to keep the wool on the fork while you tighten the wire around it and give it a good firm twist. Then, keeping hold of the wire, carefully slip the wool off the fork prongs. Be careful to keep the wire in the centre of the weaving. Then you can tighten the wire up by giving it another pinch and another couple of twists to secure the petals in place. Take the length of green wool, about twice the length of your wire stem, and place the end between the two strands of wire next to the flower petals. Give the wire a little twist again to secure the end in place, and wrap the wool around both strands of the wire. Keep wrapping around both of the wires all the way down the length of the stem. I give the wrapped wool a little push towards the flower every now and again, just to make it nice and tight. You don't want a baggy stem. Then once you've almost reached the end of the stem, take the last little bit of wire and fold it back over the wool, giving it a final twist. Snip off any excess wool and take a good look at your flower. If you spot any loose ends in there, give them a little snip too. Fan out the petals, and there you have it, a pretty little flower. I think these blue ones look just like cornflowers. They're a wonderful way to use up scraps of wool, and if you make lots of them, you can fill a whole vase with everlasting flowers. I hope you enjoy making them as much as I do. They are really quick, very easy, and a great way to showcase the benefits of a good fork. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more creative crafting projects.